national championships.
Probably the top 10 in the world competing, easily.
Throwing that axe with absolute ferocity.
With the field of women this year, I think anybody could take it.
Look at this race head to head.
You can't really take anything for granted. You got to give your best every moment. Every hit counts. No room for mistakes.
If you can't make each and every movement efficient, you're going to be out of it.
We're not only looking for a win, we're not looking for a national title, we're looking for a world record.
I think every time I do come to the STIHL event, a goal would be a world record. You know, byproducts of setting world records is winning.
It's gonna happen here in Milwaukee.
It's exciting, it's thrilling. I love the raw power of it.
Wow, what a cut!
Hello and welcome everyone. A very, very special evening here on Lake Michigan. A beautiful evening for a great event. The STIHL Timbersports U.S. Women's Championship for 2025. As the sun sets, we are getting ready to crank up the action. We have a great, great bill of competition awaiting you right now. You will not want to miss any of it. So great to be with you. I'm Tommy Sanders here with Kevin Holtz. Kevin Holtz has been providing our analysis for all these many years on television, and since we have had the Women's Championship here on the big stage, I mean, it has been nothing short of awe-inspiring.
And the growth, the development, the pressure it puts on our competitors just has sent them to the next level on this stage, and it has been absolutely a pleasure to be a part of it. It has been an honor to be a part of it.
Well, we have so much to talk about, so many storylines to follow during this, so much great competition on the way. But why don't we start with our defending champion? We're going to say hello to Erin Lavoie, our defending champion from 2024, and definitely she is here to defend.
Hey, champ, you gonna break your world record?
That's the goal.
The quintessential timber sports event, the underhand chop. It is, oh wow, Erin Lavoie, 23.88.
I'm Erin Lavoie, the 2024 STIHL Timbersports National Champion.
Erin Lavoie here to defend, no doubt about that. It will be great today. We'll get to see it all unfold ahead of us. But before we get started, help us enjoy it. Help us get in the mood here. We got a great rivalry that's been going on for the past several years, and some great challengers to that rivalry as well. So why don't you lay out the ones to watch in your mind, Kevin?
Well, yeah, in my mind is right there with a lot of other competitors' minds. I'd like to think, obviously, no surprise, a ton of attention, a ton of time will be spent talking about and analyzing Erin Lavoie. Not just here to defend a title, she's here to smash records. She's here to make a statement and really cement her position at the top of the sport, I should say. We always love to watch Erin compete, but right there, stand number one, Martha King. Former champion herself, multi-time champion. She and Erin have duked it out so many times on this timber sports stage, and the way the two of them push each other towards greatness is just a true treat to watch on this stage. either one of them could be our 2025 national championship. Both obvious choices, but there are others that are also right there, that are honing their skills, that are winning championships, that are breaking records. That young lady right there, Hannah Quigley in the near ground in that single buck, one of the best women's single sawyers out there, period, bar none. And of course, we cannot be, we would be remiss if we didn't talk about Samantha Graves. We watched her smash the standing block record just a couple years ago. She has been there just time and time again, right there. Either one of these ladies could easily take down Erin or Martha and be our 2025 STIHL Timbersports champion.
All right, well, let's get the action started. To lead us through it, let's meet our fantastic host. Bring him out here, one of the greatest of all time in lumberjack sports, the one, the only, Super Dave Jewett.
I don't know why this is always fun. This is awesome. I tell you, the women are so pumped up back there. We were all watching the monitor, Kevin and Tommy, of that preview of Erin Lavoie. This is crazy here. STIHL Timbersports 40th anniversary. And why not come back to Milwaukee for the Milwaukee German Fest 45th anniversary. And this is going to be unbelievable. The Women's National Championship, top 12 women in the country. World records broken here. I wanted to tell you guys about that, but you blew it. Erin Lavoie winning it last year, breaking the world record. Can she do that again? We're going to be calling it. I'm going to have some help, though, from my friend Dave Johns, making a quick wardrobe change. I don't know what he's doing. Come on now, Dave.
Hold on, Dave. I'm almost there. Yeah, there we go, buddy. There it is. Let's go German Fest. Let's see those steins. Give it up for these ladies. The national champion will be crowned here tonight. Super Dave, I am pumped up. Dude, you've been talking about it for 3 weeks, how competitive this field is. You're jacked up. Let's get these ladies out here.
Absolutely a tough call who's going to win this. But again, let's thank our sponsors, John Deere and STIHL, for making this all happen. Dave, let's move aside and let them come out.
All right, out first from Canandaigua, New York. Let's hear it for Cecilia Jones.
And from Warren, Pennsylvania, big round of applause for Colin Shepard.
From Kalispell, Montana, let's hear it for Lauren Bergman.
And your local girl from Hayward, Wisconsin, Kate Witkowski.
From Stratford, Connecticut, let's give a big welcome to Kelly Kerrigan.
From Clay Ellum, Washington, let's bring her out, Kate Page.
From Honeoye Falls, New York, let's hear it for Hannah Quigley.
And from Victor, New York, big Milwaukee welcome for Samantha Graves.
From Alden, New York, let's hear it for Alex Miller.
From Pulaski, New York, give it up for Emily Brown.
The three-time champion from Chadds Ford, Pennsylvania, let's hear it for Martha King.
And tied with 3 national titles, looking to defend her 2024 title from Spokane, Washington, Erin Lavoie. And let's bring out our head judges, Jules Jansen, Chris Alba, and Rich Hallett. Not as many boos as Pool C. There you go.
All right, if able, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, just about ready to get it started. We have 4 disciplines for all 12 of our competitors to go through. We're going to show you a lot of athleticism tonight, a lot of poise, and a lot of passion for the sport that we all love. Certainly a sport we associate with the state of Wisconsin as well. Big lumberjack scene here, no doubt about that. Going to be 6 heats. Colin Shepard, one of our competitors in heat number 1. Let's meet her. This is her first trip here to Milwaukee.
So this is my first time in the STIHL Timbersports series here in Germanfest. I did get into the Little Rock, Arkansas event in 2021. You know, the last year, I've been trying to work towards getting back into the series. I honestly didn't think this year was going to be the one, but they gave me a chance. So just, you know, trying to do everything I can to get physically and mentally and gear ready.
Let's kick it off. Our first heat of the stock saw, Cecilia Jones and Colin Shepard.
Cece Jones got pulled up to the big leagues. The first event, why not put her in the first stock?
CC's name just came up over and over again.
And those saws, they're warming up those stock STIHL 661 chainsaws, 90 cc's of awesomeness back there right now. They give them identical warm-up times because they're identically tuned saws, aren't they, Dave?
They absolutely are, but you know, let's talk about some rules. Protective apparel, ear, eye, leg protection. That's why we're gonna give them an extra moment to make sure everything is legal, but you're right, these saws, MS661's identical. And the women, there's a lot of women, they're cutting as fast and faster than the men. So anybody coming up in timber sports, watch them. They know what they're doing. One of the athletes coming up in the second heat has just been dismantling the field in the men's and women's division in the stock saw. We know who it is. All right, let's do it. Officially heat 1, Cecilia Jones versus Colin Shepard.
We are ready now for heat number 1 of the stock saw. I guess you call it a Great Lakes matchup here. Cecilia Jones from Canandaigua, New York. They're in northern New York, going against Colin Shepard from PA, Pennsylvania, and not too far from Lake Erie.
I couldn't help but notice, Tommy, and swelled up with a little pride, the number of Northeasterners, New Yorkers in the sport. And a lot of that is actually the function, I believe, of the college teams that are in the area. Finger Lakes Community College, ESF, SUNY Cobleskill, the list goes on and on and on. Alfred, tons of colleges in that area with awesome collegiate programs, and that's a great place to jump off into this sport.
Athletes ready. Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
First offering from both of these competitors here on the big stage. Cece Jones on the left, Colin Shepard on the right. Cece with the advantage at the switch. Colin had a little bit of a bobble at the stop where she caught the top of that log. Cece Jones not waiting around at 12.86. Posted by Cece Jones to start the stock saw event in our women's final.
Judges taking a look, make sure that line is still all the way
around the log. See, there's a hesitation back there from the judges, though.
So our judges are waiting for an official ruling. There you see the thumbs up from Chris. They may have been doing a video review of the start.
Both cuts are good.
Yeah! And Rich Hallett is safe for the moment. Let's get a quick interview with Cecilia, but it didn't take you long. your first trip to the Timber Sports Finals here. Tell us about what it feels like. A great cut. You are in the mid-12s, phenomenal, and you're just putting on a clinic. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Honestly, the crowd energy is amazing. It's so great to have all you guys here. Thank you. No, I'm so excited to be sharing the stage with some of the best girls in the country. This is really awesome.
Have you ever been on a stage with this much energy? I mean, it really has a pulse today.
Yeah, no, I've never been on a stage with this much energy. It's absolutely incredible.
All right, well, let's go. There you go. Not waiting long, Cecilia Jones.
Let's watch this run, and we'll see if we can figure out what the judges were looking at. I think it was Colin Shepard as she left the block, and whether she had 4 fingers of each hand across that center line, maybe even if she got a little bit too close on the go signal. The judges didn't come out to acknowledge good cut. They kind of stayed back. What they're waiting for is a confirmation of video review of that start. All must have been good. Good times posted for CC Jones and Colin Shepard.
Yeah, CC Jones with a 12.74. About a second back and some change. 13.81 is Colin Shepard to get us started here in the Stock Saw Heat 1 of discipline number 1.
CC is just here to stay. I love it. Let's bring out the second heat. Hannah Quigley versus Lauren Bergman.
Heat number 2 is going to be Hannah Quigley and Lauren Bergman. Hannah Quigley on stand number 1, Lauren Bergman on stand number 2. Hannah Quigley has spent some time definitely on the podium, medaling here. Hannah Quigley from Honeoye, New York. Lauren Bergman from Kalispell, Montana.
And Hannah has become a stock saw technician. We've talked about this a lot, how competitors are just studying each stage of this process, from hands on the wood down to the saw, saw to the wood, saw through cut 1, looking at different intervals at different stages of the cut. And Hannah's right there. She is just a student of this particular discipline.
Bronze medalist here last year in the championships. Hannah
Athletes
Quigley.
ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, trouble on stand number 1. At least 2 to 3 fans on that opening cut. Bergman not waiting around. Bergman very clean on the switch. She is quick up through the wood. There is Bergman on stand number 1, a 12:47. Hannah Quigley should post a time. I think she got it gathered up. That won't be a DQ. That will be points. But in her bid for a championship, that was a devastating blow. She's got to be able to shake that off and walk into the next discipline with head held high.
Both cuts are good.
Wow. What a statement by Bergman.
Yeah, Lauren Bergman. We'll get a quick interview here with Lauren Bergman. I love your intensity on the stage here, your celebrations. I love it. You're given 4 inches of room to make those cuts. I don't know if you're aware of that. You used about 2 of them, but a thin disc really is faster in your mind. And in my mind, what do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely faster. That was definitely not the plan tonight to go that thin, but hey, it worked out.
It's beautiful, but not only the thin disc, you slammed it in the wood, you kept the bar level, deviating the bar. It tends to confuse the chain. A nice straight cut, beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. It's one that I've trained. I know that it's an even playing field when it comes to this event because everybody's running the same saws, so I have an advantage here.
Unofficially in the lead, great job. We'll get the time coming up right now, but just a great opening event for Lauren Bergman. Let's watch the replay.
Well, unfortunately, we're going to start over on stand number 1 with Hannah Quigley as she comes up to the log. Just didn't get the saw squared up, didn't get over far enough to that line, and she actually fans at it a couple of times. That actually ruins that section of wood. It's now uncuttable because if she goes down through there, it would be an incomplete disc. Looking over at stand number 2, there is Bergman. Thin to win. We've said it 1,000 times, but that thin disc flexes away from the chain It takes the pressure off the rivets and the side plates. The chain moves through the kerf with less resistance. That takes less strain on the motor, more wood you can cut.
Official time for Lauren Bergman is 12.40. That puts her on top in the lead after 2 heats here. Still Cecilia Jones in second, and Hannah Quigley's time of 13.73 has her currently in third.
She says, so nice, I'll do it twice. Watch this on the upcut, another half-inch disc. Let's get ready for third heat of the stock saw. Kelly Kerrigan and Kate Witkowski.
Third heat's going to be Carrie Kelligan, Kate Witkowski. Kerrigan on stand number 1, Witkowski on stand number 2. 2 veterans of these championships here. Definitely overachievers in sawing and chopping categories. Kelly Kerrigan there, some success overseas. We'll talk about that a little bit later during this year of 2025.
Oh, I was going to start bragging her up right now.
Oh, well, have at it. Get after
Let
it.
the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, man.
Kelly Kerrigan traveled overseas and was crowned the women's Nordic champion.
Warm up your saws.
Big feather in her cap. We'll see more of that. We'll see it.
Yeah.
Get to see the
Won
action.
every discipline, I understand.
It was an absolute demonstration of what she is capable of, and I hope she carries that into this weekend.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Kate Witkowski on stand number 2, though. She got the most cheers, Wisconsin native, as she came out. Both of these Sawyers are right there, but it is advantage Witkowski. Trouble on stand number 1 for Kelly Kerrigan. She stuffs the saw on the upcut. Too much pressure, trying a little too hard, trying to squeeze a little too much out of that saw. Kate Witkowski was just motoring through that timber. The look of disappointment. I don't know which one they're looking at now. I know, these judges are in the background just talking stuff over. Flag is out of the pocket. So we know that she stuffed the upcut. We're adding insult to injury. Let's hear from Rich. Even
DQ
Kelly
on stand 1, false start, fingers not over the line. Your cut was good.
Okay, we're gonna have to go back and look at this on video.
I missed that false start. Let's talk to Kate Witkowski. Yeah, we want you, Kate. Come on over here. A great cut. We're gonna get your official time momentarily. Talk about being pressure ready in this stock saw. I know I've used that term over and over again, but you really have to come out of the gates with confidence.
Yeah, last year this was not my event. I DQ'd this one last year, so there's a little more pressure on it this year, and it's a tough one coming out the gate because you're not really using all your power, so you really have to focus in on it and tune into the saw, and so that's all I tried to do today.
Talk about what you can learn from the warm-up. They give you 15 seconds, but you're really taking in everything around you. The log, the throttle response, the RPMs. What can you learn from that 15 seconds?
Yeah, I just try to get the saw as high up in RPMs as possible, get it warm as possible, and I'm listening to try to keep it at that perfect pitch, so I know it's going to move through the wood as fast as it can.
Thanks, Kate. Let's take a look at your cut.
Well, here's Kelly Kerrigan, and the light, whatever, right pinky maybe isn't over the line. 4 fingers of each hand need to be over that center line with the light shining down. I think it's right pinky. Or maybe over the end of the log. Well, the crowd is not happy with the call here. I got to look at that one more time. I'm looking at the top of the log, but maybe she was over the end of the log. Either way, she stuffs up at the bottom, has to shake the saw, get it going again. Just too much pressure from this saw operator. And to be fair, a DQ is just absolutely detrimental. She would have gotten a time. It wouldn't be a good time. Let's go back and look at this one more time. So the left pinky's a little over the end of the log. The right pinky is maybe behind the log. We are playing a game of fractions of an inch here right now.
I gotta be honest, as a commentator,
Well, that's a tough one for Kelly Kerrigan. Right there. Yeah, obviously not liking that, and you can understand why. Kate Witkowski, the Wisconsin favorite. 12.27 is her time, and that is good enough to take over the #1 spot. Kate Witkowski in the lead.
I'm not laughing at I love the energy out here. This is the craziest hostile crowd. The head judges usually leave under police escort. Yeah, you can boo. Yeah, go for it. All right, I want to keep my job, so I gotta bring them out. Let's go for Heat 4 of the stock saw. Kate Page and Martha King.
The matchup here in Heat number 4 from Washington State, the Wildlands firefighter Kate Page going up against 3-time champion Martha King.
But both of these competitors have tremendous numbers of hours operating chainsaws in their jobs.
Yes.
Kate Page fighting fires out west. Martha King, suburban tree care in the east. But again, a lot of time with chainsaws. I ran a lot of chainsaws. I still run a lot of chainsaws. In a way, it translates to the stage. In a way, it is nothing like this stage.
Not at all related to what you do in real life. I can understand that.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Page on the left, King on the right. King up, and actually both of them up and into the block exceptionally fast.
Wow.
Almost in sync at the transition.
This is close. Oh,
wow.
My goodness.
That's what we needed to get our minds off that last run, is the two side-by-side exceptional operators just completely in sync. There's Kate Page with a little celebration.
She may still be safe. Let's get the official time. The head judges terrified of those yellow flags. I tried to take them a longer before this.
Both cuts are good.
Martha King, 3-time national champion. You see what we see. You saw what happened with Kelly Kerrigan. Does that enter your mind, knowing you have to have 10? Because there really are cameras everywhere. Every year Timber Sports evolves. Every year there's another camera watching closely. Regardless, a great cut. Stayed in your own mind. Talk about that cut.
Thank you. You know, it's tough to wait while you guys are discussing calls like that, and you really just try to push all that out of your mind and really focus on the task at hand. But the delays, they have a way of kind of creeping up on you and adding to the tension. So I definitely made sure that my fingers were safe. But yeah, I took a slightly thicker cookie than I wanted on the first go, but tried to stay nice and smooth. I'm just glad that stock saw is done, and it's on to the next one.
All right, chopping event coming up. One of the best in the world right here. And don't blame me, blame the crowd. They're the ones booing out there. They're the ones delaying the show, which I kind of like.
Well, here we go, synchronized sawing. Kate Page, a little bit of a long route. The bar kind of swings out as she comes up over that log. Martha King is just straight up and over. She does put an absolute butcher block, a slab of wood on the stage. Did not leave herself much room for the second cut. Stayed thin on that second cut. Posted the time to win, but not by much. Kate Page, that lady right there, was right on her heels.
Well, for Martha King, the official time is a 12.61, lands her in 3rd place and just a fraction of a second behind Kate Page. Down there with 12.74, she is in 4th. Oh, she's tied, excuse me, for 4th place.
We are stacking them in tonight, Tommy.
Oh my God, look at that grouping at the top 6, unbelievable.
You love to see it. That just shows you that we are progressing towards that idyllic cut. Everybody is looking for those hundredths or thousandths of a second, and they're finding them. This is not a happenstance where you just show up and you wave the saw at the log and you hope you get a good time. They are all chasing that perfect, idyllic run, and it shows in those times when they start stacking up that tight.
Next heat coming up very, very soon here, but right now let's take a look at one of our competitors from Alden, New York, top performer for a long, long time in this women's game. It's Alden, New York's Alex Miller.
Again, back to being a mom, like I think I maybe have different priorities. So at the end of the day, I have my son, I have my husband, I have a great job. You know, I haven't won it all here, and I still think I can. That's why I'm here. But at the end of the day, you know, I go home with everything I ever wanted. So maybe I don't put as much stress on myself, knowing like this isn't everything to me. Like it's a lot, but it's not everything.
Heat 5 of the stock saw Samantha Graves and Alex Miller.
Two tough competitors here in the stock saw, to be sure. Samantha Graves, stand number 1, going up against Alex Miller.
Well, these two see a lot of each other outside of the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS arena. You got to keep in mind there are dozens of regional competitions around any of these competitors' home areas. They live about an hour and a half away from each other in upstate or western New York, and they see each other at all the New York State Lumberjack Association events,
Warm up your
Boonville, and all of the great festivals in that area. They've gone head-to-head many, many times.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alex Miller leaving nothing to chance. I think she had her wrists on that center line that we saw Kelly Kerrigan get disqualified for. Again, Tommy, I can't emphasize enough, they are shooting for that perfect time. Boy, wow. Alex Miller was flirting with disaster. She had the nose of that bar barely protruding from the far side of that log. It does present the chain in a little bit more of an aggressive fashion, but you run the risk that you'll just push that nose back in and not actually cut the far fibers of wood. A very tricky, very dangerous move. Alex just pulled it off beautifully.
Judges, they're going to keep yellow flags in.
Both cuts are good.
Absolutely huge. Alex Miller. Miller time here in Milwaukee, everybody. Alex, first cookie, super thick. That was close on the second one. Did you know it was that close?
Yeah, I knew, but for some reason, I've been cutting thick discs when I've been training, so maybe I trained that. I don't know, but I got her in.
All right, Alex, we are pumped to have you on this stage. Let's hear a big Miller time for Alex up here. Well done.
There again, we talked about Alex Miller leaving nothing to chance. She had her wrists up on that center line, and there is that thick first disc. In addition, it is sloped and cutting into the end of the log. That leaves very little room to work. Watch the nose of this bar of Alex Miller. Barely sticking out. In fact, I think it disappeared in the block for just a second. That's an aggressive chain presentation, but it is a gamble.
Absolutely. I mean, she paid for the 4 inches of wood there, and she cut every single inch of it there. She went a little bit more. She'd have got thrown.
All right, Alex Miller at the time of 13.13 right there. Went up in 6th place. Samantha Graves with a 13.62. Final heat coming up here in the stock saw. It's going to be a matchup between Emily Brown and our defending champ, Erin Lavoie. ready to get this one going.
Stock saw, if I can keep between the lines, I do pretty good. Usually, I would say top 4, so I've been at in stock saw. So last year I DQ'd in the stock saw, which hurt me in points a little bit, but I think I rebounded okay. I'm hoping to do a little bit better this year.
At the beginning of the competition, winning the stock saw put me above everybody straight away, and that was, you know, just a great way to get the ball rolling. Didn't do good in the standing block, so I was happy to have had that cushion from the stock saw to cover up for the standing block and still be able to race for first place.
Well, I'm just looking at this final heat, Dave. Just a powerhouse heat coming up. One of these athletes has a best time of 10.87, just unheard of in these 16-inch logs.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. And that's Erin Lavoie. If she replicates that, if she gets all of the points here in the stock saw, she is going to be extremely tough to beat because, as you said it earlier, she set the world record on this stage last year in the underhand chop, and she's been really developing into a great standing block cutter.
And, you know, Martha King looking for her 4th national title, sitting in 3rd right now. That's a pretty good spot. She's in the mid-12s. Martha King's sitting good. I mean, but everyone's wondering, how do we catch Witkowski? Do we need to catch Witkowski? Or do we need to just be in the top 3 to grab those points with a chopping event coming up?
Yeah, on a different size log last weekend, Kate Witkowski set a world record over at the World Championships in the standing block chop. So she may be on fire in that event. She gets max points in that. Look out, we may have a new champion
Yeah, you're
this year.
damn right. Kate Witkowski, we sometimes unfortunately discount her because everyone's been watching the showdown between King and Lavoie. Witkowski can win the whole thing today. Oh, is that Claire? Oh, that's Claire, Kate's sister. Oh, I got a crush on her. Oh, okay, let's get back to business. The final heat of the stock saw. This is Emily Brown and Erin Lavoie.
Well, this is it, the ultimate matchup in the stock saw. The top-rated 2 competitors here. Emily Brown going up against Erin Lavoie, our defending champion. Emily Brown looking to get a little something back from last year when she unfortunately endured a DQ in the stock saw.
Yeah, definitely uncharacteristic for Emily Brown. That's why she's in our top-seeded heat
Sure,
here.
right.
That DQ was unfortunate. Does not define her as a hot saw operator, though.
Warm up your saws. Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
A lot of camera attention on hands in that line. Wow, a really thin cut for Brown on stand number 1. I would say an appropriate size cut for Lavoie on 2. She has a stuff up on the upcut, but recovers beautifully.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Brown on the top. I don't think that's, I think she should go back and, I can't make these calls for him. From my perspective, I don't think that's a complete disc. Here's the debate in Emily Brown's mind was, don't make a 3rd cut, hope that that's a complete disc, or make a 3rd complete cut and have a terrible time. She gambled and I think lost on that one.
DQ, incomplete disc. Your cut was good.
You know, but you get an incomplete disc right there, just blowing out the bottom. Emily, so perfect at the top, it just blew out. Unfortunately, that's a disqualification. Erin Lavoie, don't go anywhere. You're in the 12s, you're smiling a lot. Don't get me smiling. In the 12s, despite pulling the engine down in the middle of that upcut. What was going on there? Great recovery, though.
I honestly don't know what happened. I knew that I was going to try to just get to the wood clean and free and then race while I was in the wood. That's just a better object for me to chase. And I might have just put way too much pressure on the up. thinking that I'm as strong as a fella, and I was trying, and it just, damn it.
You're still in the 12s. Get ready for the standing block. We're going to watch the replay, watch your points. Big wave to the crowd. Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, you can stay here. You don't have to go anywhere. We're going to watch the replay. Claire?
There she is right there. There's Claire.
Here we go. Emily Brown on stand number 1. A very thin disc. I was concerned about that thin disc, and she went thinner on the second cut. She jumps over, but now watch as this saw comes towards the top. It's going to start showing teeth right there, right at the tip of that bar. You can see, and then she, again at the top, turns, and that disc is now flat-topped. Incomplete disc. A third cut would have got her a time. Erin Lavoie, just classic. Right down the line, a perfect dimension disc, I would say, leaves herself plenty of wood until that stuff up. Just a little too aggressive at the bottom. An extremely fast recovery from Lavoie. Did not dwell on it and came out with a solid time.
In the 12s, that is right. For Erin Lavoie, 12.69 has her officially in 4th place. And our winner is going to be Catherine Witkowski, Wisconsin's own, with a time of 12.27. Lauren Bergman in 2nd place and Martha King in 3rd.
Out the flags. We got hats. We got the t-shirt cannon back up here again. You know how it works. Let's hear it for these ladies out there. Oh, I got more. Keep it going. Keep it going. Let's hear it out there. This thing is fire right now. This thing is fire.
Heat number 1 of the standing block chops, Cecilia Jones versus Colin Shepard.
Going to start out with the same 2 competitors we started out the stock saw with. Heat number 1, it's going to be Cecilia Jones on stand number 1, going up against Colin Shepard in stand number 2.
Well, and Tommy, it might seem like, oh, we start with the stock saw. It's kind of a warm-up event, you know, not a real physical, aggressive event. And then, you know, it's a build-up, right?
Yeah.
I disagree with that. I don't like the stock saw as that first event. Me, as a competitor, I want to get some of that nervous energy, get some of that gur out.
Move your body doing something.
Yes, and then step into that stock saw and shake it off. We got past the nerves event. Now we can get some aggression out.
3, 2, 1, go!
There's Colin Shepard and the near Cece Jones on the far. Of all of our STIHL Timbersports events, this is the newest in the women's division in terms of evolution of the sport on the women's side of things. And these ladies have just taken this event and run with it. Every year we see new records, we see times drop, and the chops get faster and faster. Cece Jones with a great big front face opened up, set herself up to finish this block beautifully. Colin Shepard in the back of this log. She's got the near wood cut. Far, something in the guts is holding it. There it is.
Oh, man.
Wow, what a finish. All of that effort, all of those hits, fractions of a second separating Colin Shepard and Cece Jones. I love the smiles on their faces too. Again, two more Northeast region competitors. They duke it out all the time. They're going head to head all the time.
Both cuts are good.
That's what we're talking about. Don't leave it in the judges' hands. Handle your business.
Huge smile from Colin Shepard. Great cuts in both these. They stick around, Colin. Great cut in the standing block chop. Firm wood. The rumors are true. The wood has been firm this weekend. You really need accuracy. You come down with a pile of slope on your down hits. Tell us how necessary that is.
That's super important. When the wood is firmer, you're not going to get away with anything. So, like Mike Esch told me about 5 minutes before I went on, slope.
And he was absolutely right. How do you pick which axe to use when you come out here on the stage? You do get a chance to test your equipment out back, correct?
Yeah, that's right. So we got about a half a log to put all of our axes in to see how far they travel, how free they are, and then hopefully you read it right.
Great cut. Love the smile. We always love having Colin Shepard here. Great job. Coming up, we're going to watch the replay here.
Well, here we are in the back side of the block. That is Cecilia Jones, a.k.a. CC Jones on the far side and Colin Shepard on the near side. Watch this finish as they come around and present the axe. It is about a third of a swing that Colin Shepard had over CC Jones. Big smile. I tell you what you're going to see, if we don't see a world record, I guarantee you we're going to see a ton of those PBs, personal bests in this discipline. Definitely a season's best. These standing block times just keep melting away in this women's division.
Yeah, Colin Shepard getting a little back after maybe losing out to CC in the stock saw in the first heat there. A time of 43.22 has her on top, and CC Jones second place with 43.43. Very, very close, fun race.
All right, let's get into it. Second heat, standing block, Kelly Kerrigan and Alex Miller.
Kelly Kerrigan is going to be on stand number 1. Alex Miller on stand number 2. Kelly Kerrigan. Unfortunate DQ in the stock saw. Got to shake that off and go forward here as best she can.
You just have to power through that. She's a great chopper and even a better single blocker coming up. And sometimes it's easier to get in your own head, beat up on yourself.
Tommy, that kind of goes to my point we were just talking about before that last heat. The stock saw is such a mental event, and to open with that,
ready.
And it's so unforgiving. So unforgiving.
3, 2, 1, go!
Speaking of unforgiving, Kelly Kerrigan is going to be absolutely unforgiving to this white pine block, as is Alex Miller. That hit got away from Miller, a little high and outside, as they say in baseball, but she is cleaning and lifting chips out. She's got to reach around the far side, and there it is. She cleans that far wood out as she gets into the backside of this block. Kelly Kerrigan around as well. First chance for us to get a look inside of Kelly's chopping. She's going with 2 and 2 to lift out a big chip. That hit got away from her a little bit. Alex Miller, though, is not waiting around. She's got to work this far wood out of this log. She'll start driving near to far. Time coming up about 40 seconds right now. Miller driving. There it is. Alex Miller sub 40 seconds. Kelly Kerrigan is pinched in a little bit. Not really a wall of wood to hit into. It's not the time she was hoping for, but good time nonetheless for Kelly Kerrigan. Word in the competitor area is the blocks are firm.
Both cuts are good.
Alex Miller, we'll make a quick interview, let you catch your breath for the next event coming up. You've always just thrived at cutting the standing block chops. You know, we did a training session at your house with Mike Esch. Everybody always talks about Mike Esch, Mike Esch. And it really is important to train with athletes that you can connect with and whose style, they don't want to make you change your whole style, just dial it in. How important is that?
It's so important. Like, Mike is, you know, he's taught me discipline, like the technical side,
the tactical side. You know, to be a champion, there's so much more than just chopping the block, you know, so to have another set of eyes and someone you can trust and you can always send videos to, it's really helped me a lot. I'm very grateful for him.
Thanks, Alex. Big round of applause for Alex Miller.
Well, let's take a look at this run from Alex Miller. She had that one hit kind of get up and away from her on the front side, but regrouped, left a nice, appropriately sized wall of wood in the front. That is going to pay dividends here in the backside. She will be able to step up these downward drivers, and you'll watch that axe come right out into fresh air on this side of the log facing us. Great technical cut, disciplined cut, put the hits where they needed to be. Obviously, there's always things to correct, and she's going to go back to Mike with these videos. Mike was watching that cut, and you know he'll have some input. Puts herself at the top of the board by a solid 3-second, or I should say near 3-second margin over Colin Shepard.
Alex Miller, 5th place last year here in Milwaukee at the Women's Championship. She's right about that to start this second discipline today. May wind up moving up a little bit. 40.26 the official time.
Standing block chop, Kate Page, and the athlete that broke the world record on this stage, Samantha Graves.
Standing block chop, heat number 3. Kate Page, formerly of Montana, now living in Washington. Supervisor in a Woodlands firefighting unit out there. Going up against Samantha Graves.
Athletes ready. Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
We have competitors on the stage more than capable of breaking the world record. Samantha Graves is swinging an axe that looks like it's capable of a world record. I don't think we've got the timber here, though, to cut a world record time. Samantha Graves, what a beautiful front face on that block. 17 seconds, she's around to the back of this log. Again, the timber's just not there, I don't think, to see world record pace, but she is cutting with world record caliber, looking to drive.
That's it.
Oh, there's that SB we were talking about, an unofficial time, 32:52, not world record. Again, the timber's not there. This is not on the athletes. Here goes Kate Page, one more drive far. There she finds those fibers. Well, I tell you what, that axe that Samantha Graves was swinging, absolutely loved that stick of wood. It was not the best stick of wood. The wood is firm, it seems fair, everyone is fairly consistent with it. A great cut from Samantha Graves, season best time right now.
Both cuts are good.
Yeah, you could definitely tell on that backside, the log got a little stubborn on her. We'll talk to Sam here. Sam, you were on world record pace when you made the turn. What happened on the back?
Well, I actually opened my front up pretty small, and I think if I had just stuck to my lines a little bit better, I would have broken off easier on the back.
I saw you doing all your axe testing earlier, and you decided to go with a little bit of a smaller axe because it was a lot freer, was cutting better. What did you think about that in this block? Was it the same as your test block, and what did you think?
I actually switched the axe that I had tested earlier, and maybe that was a mistake. I used one that I used last weekend, and it cut really nice. And I actually wasn't even going to test it in this wood, and then last minute I decided to give it a shot.
Wow, what a decision. Give Sam a big round of applause, your new leader in the standing block.
I'd have to say it was the right choice. That axe seemed to be really liking that block. It sort of melted in there, but there's that small face that Samantha was talking about. Stepped up the bottom of her cut a little bit, kind of pinched herself in. The cut looked really good, but as she pointed out, very wisely, very correctly, it does set you up to drive off a tough block in the back. You don't have the fresh air for that axe to travel into. Again, I wasn't expecting world record pace, not because of the athletes, not because of the tool. I just don't think the timber is here. That third piece of the puzzle needs to be there.
Well, Samantha Graves finished last year in 4th place, just 1 position away from the medal podium. Looking to improve that this year, putting a little hay in the barn here in the standing block chop. Takes over the lead with the 32.28. That is almost 8 seconds ahead of her time to beat Alex Miller's time. Coming up in our next heat of the standing block chop, defending champion Erin Lavoie. What's she thinking? What's on her mind?
In the standing block, what sets me apart is I move like molasses. I've seen the videos and it looks terrible. So I need to just deliver speed. I'm kind of a perfectionist where I move slow and I want to make sure that I'm hitting it exactly where it needs to be hit, but it just takes too much time. If that's how I need to find that threshold of speed up a little bit, still stay kind of accurate if I can, but I just need to get more speed in there.
Well, we give all the credit to the stage crew, and Erin says, well, don't give them too much credit. They put my block in upside down, Dave. So they straighten it out. Erin noticed that, said, hey, flip it the other way around. That's the way I marked it earlier today.
And that's so important, Dave. You know, when you went out back, a lot of these athletes will put a notch in the top of that block with their axe. It's kind of like reading tea leaves. You can look to see where that stress wood is, where the compression wood is, and where it wants to chip a little bit. At least that's what I'm told.
Yeah, totally legal, Dave, to go around, cut some wedges out of the top of the log, see where the growth rings are, the sap ring, the compression wood. However, when they get up there, they cannot place the blade of the axe in the zone that they are going to be cutting. Technically, that's cutting fibers. So all these cameras that have been watching what's going on, you get up, you lay the blade in there, it's a disqualification in an angry Milwaukee crowd.
All right, right before we bring these ladies out there, hey, Denise back there with the pink balloon, happy 62nd birthday. Give her a big round of applause, celebrating with us here tonight.
Fourth heat of the standing block chop, Erin Lavoie and Kate Witkowski.
Erin Lavoie on stand number 1. She finished in 4th place in our first discipline of the night, the stock saw, going up against our points leader, Catherine Witkowski. Not the closest thing we've got to the hometown favorite here. She's from up the road in Hayward, Wisconsin. Time to beat 32.28 from Samantha Graves.
Well, Tommy, you mentioned Hayward, Wisconsin, big world championship event at the Lumberjack World Championships in Hayward. Just happened last weekend. A lot of competitors stayed through, found places to train and get ready for this event here in Milwaukee. Kate Witkowski, nice big open face, 1-and-1, overlapped hits a little bit. There she goes, stretching over, getting that far timber. You heard Erin Lavoie talk about picking up her speed. She is around to the backside of this log, sprayed in some hits. I'll give it to her. Things got a little bit sloppy, but sometimes you can become too perfect. You're trying to be too technical, and you just got to bring the speed. Erin Lavoie is trying to clean this up near, far. She's got a lot of wood to cut on that far side. She's going to have to reach way over. There it is.
One more for Paige. Oh, wow.
It is Witkowski on stand number 2, I think, by about a quarter of a swing.
Both cuts are good.
There we go. Close finishes in the standing block. Witkowski's pumped up.
Yeah, they're talking it over. They're smiling. Witkowski reeling in Erin Lavoie. She turned ahead of you. Are you aware of that? Does it rattle you? You lit up the world last weekend in Hayward, Wisconsin. I love the intensity. Hey, now, there you go. They'll be okay. Talk about that. The heartbeat is a thing. Yeah, there you go. Talk about that cut.
Yeah, last weekend was a really fun weekend. I was able to put a couple really good cuts together. So this weekend I knew everyone was gunning for me. any of us can take this right now. And so all of us are really pushing each other. And so to go up against Erin is kind of a blast. And yeah, I can tell when she turns, but you got to stick to your cut and not really worry about it.
What are you two talking about when you come out after that cut? You both had big smiles on your face.
A lot of things we probably shouldn't say on the microphone, but yeah, just having fun with each other, and no, we can do better next time. So, yeah.
Right. Thanks, Kate. Let's watch.
Well, here we have a look at Erin Lavoie at that turn. Had some hits, kind of get away from her, sprayed some hits in, lost a bit of slope, and watch that hit just bounce out. Look at how straight in that opening downward hit was. Almost no slope. You put that axe in perpendicular to grain, it is going to return and come right back out to you. That hit, not much better. There again, lost that slope. Now here she gets into a good position. Watch Kate Witkowski, though, in the background, had just a tiny fiber on the near side of that block. Both these ladies looking down at the stage at each other. Again, they just got done going head-to-head at the Lumberjack World Championships at Hayward, Wisconsin last weekend. Kate Witkowski had a great showing there, carrying that momentum, stock saw, and now currently sitting second place overall in the stand and block chop.
All right, 15 of the standing block chop. Let's bring out the three-time champion Martha King versus Lauren Bergman.
Here we go, Dave. This is where the world got introduced to Lauren Bergman on stand 2. This is absolute.
Three-time champion Martha King's going to be in stand number 1 in the standing block chop, going up against Lauren Bergman.
Don was talking to Mike Sullivan at the championships in Hayward last weekend, and he said Lauren Bergman is the one to watch in the standing and the underhand. Just an absolute.
Well, that woman right there, Lauren Bergman, lit up the stage last year, seemingly out of nowhere.
Athletes ready.
A lot of attention given to Lauren, though, this year.
Timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
I tell you what, though, Martha King cuts a standing block like no other. She's opening up 2 and 2, presenting the axe well. But look at the power from Bergman. Some hits getting kind of slapped in there, a little bit crazy, but a great big wide open front face. She's cut a tremendous amount of timber. We were watching Samantha Graves for a world record pace. Bergman may have it set up at 25 seconds, looking to drive it out. We have a new world record. Unbelievable run from Lauren Bergman. She knew it as soon as that block came up. She only had to look to that clock for confirmation. Absolutely smashed that time, making me eat words. I didn't think we'd see a world record chop
with this
out
wood,
of this timber. Way to go, Lauren Bergman.
It is officially confirmed. New world.
Both cuts are good.
Even Rich Hallett's smiling. Lauren, I love your celebrations. You're up. It's unbelievable. I don't know if you're aware, there was a lot of chatter about you last weekend up in Hayward, Wisconsin. My good friend Mike Sullivan said, you know who I'm watching? Lauren Bergman. Where has she come from? I love the celebration. Tell us what's on your mind.
I come from the West Coast, baby! Woo!
Hey, you can hold the mic. You can talk all you want. Tell us about that cut. Did you know what was happening? You turned right around 10 to 11 seconds, giving you 20 seconds to break the record, but you stayed focused.
Yeah, so that cut, I started chopping, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going really good. Just stay focused. So my plan, and I stuck with it, was to make each hit count. I wanted to not have any miss hits if I could. The front side was pretty good.
This is your front side. Talk about the back.
The face was smaller than I wanted, but it came off pretty good.
Wait for the celebration.
Yeah.
Annihilated the world record.
Thank you all. I just got to say that it's been a lot of work to get here. I'm so thankful to my husband and my family, and I'm truly blessed to be here tonight.
Congratulations, 2 events to go. She's not done yet. And we're not done yet in the standing block, Dave.
There's still 1 heat remaining of a couple.
Well, a world record run is always worth a second look. Congratulations, Bergman, Lauren Bergman. The axe was bouncing back out at her, but she presented it well. She followed a pattern, an exceptionally powerful swing in this standing block chop. Set herself up solid going into the backside of this log, stuck with the plan. Turning that early with that complete of a front face, she had all kinds of time in the world, and she knew it. She didn't have to look at the time. She knew that was a world record run.
World record 26.36 for Lauren Bergman. Man, that was fantastic. And Martha King, not a bad cut. 32.80, but 6.5 seconds behind Lauren Bergman. Add that to her 11th at their second place finish in the stock saw. Man, she is dominating so far.
This is not over yet. 1 more heat remaining. Watch carefully. Let's bring them out. Our final 2 standing block choppers, Emily Brown and Hannah Quigley.
Emily Brown going up against Hannah Quigley in this one. Emily's going to be on stand number 1 and Hannah on stand number 2. Both of them looking to make up a little time for a few deficits in the first discipline of the day, the stock saw.
Well, and Tommy, I wonder how this weighs on their mind. Both of these competitors have cut in the low 30s, 31, 32 seconds, a second or 2 off of world record pace.
Athletes ready.
We have a whole new world record. I don't know if they're going to be chasing it. I don't know if that's in their mind right now. They just got to cut their best block, open this thing cleanly. Quigley 1-1, starts chasing corners far, near, far, clearing chips, but not like we saw from Bergman. I feel like she's looking to bail out of this block. She stays with it. Emily Brown drawing a ton of chips. Quigley around the back with a nicely cut front face. She is on pace. I don't know if we can hold it though. There we go. Oh, Brown just stepped up the bottom of that cut. Quigley looking to drive, but she has pinched herself in the back of this log. That is trouble for Quigley. She is now too low. She's in below the back of, oh, there it is. Emily Brown, I'm about to explain how Quigley's having so much trouble. Brown doesn't want to hear anything about it. Emily Brown surpasses Quigley and takes the win in this heat.
Both cuts are good.
Let's get a word with Emily here. Now I know your husband's wondering, is he the one that ground that axe you just used, your husband Zach?
Yeah, oh yeah, he does them all, so. But no, it felt really good. I'm super thankful to be here. I want to thank my sponsor, House Trucking, and and I want to thank my husband for taking care of my daughter out there. She's 6 months old, so I'm happy to be here.
Well, your husband Zach grinds some of the best axes in the world. How important is that to know how an axe is going to react to this wood coming from West Virginia? Because this white pine that can come from anywhere in the United States. Talk about which axe you chose and why.
I wasn't real sure when I was testing my axes, but as I did my footholds, and I went back to my husband and said, what do you think about this one? And he said, I would go with that one. So he knows them well.
I'd say he made the right choice, but you cut the block correctly. Great job. We're going to see the highlights, but in one moment, let you get ready for the single block.
We'll have a look at this run from Hannah Quigley. We talk about opening 1-1 and now chasing those corners. Maybe a little room to span the axe. Either that axe didn't like that block or it just wasn't the block we've seen with others. She's not hanging that metal, not getting the axe showing on the near side of that log, and that just doesn't let the chips release. Watch this run here from Emily Brown. Here's the backside. I want to look at Hannah Quigley in the far ground. She has just run out of wood. She's pinched herself off. The slope is gone, driving the stump. Emily Brown keeps the slope, stays up above the front side of her front cut, and drives off into fresh, clean air.
Well, Emily Brown and Hannah Quigley finished 6th and 7th, respectively. Emily Brown's time of 34.54, Hannah Quigley 36.96. Well, let's have a look at our overall standings, and man, Lauren Bergman on the strength of a world record. How about that? Yes, definitely in first place. 23 points officially. Kate Witkowski from here in Wisconsin in second place, 2 points behind. Martha King and Erin Lavoie, that great rivalry through the years, standing in third and fourth as it stands right now. So some great competition, and far from decided, I would say. We may be seeing a new face with the gold medal at the end of it all. You just never know. A lot can happen in our last two disciplines. We are running through this championship very quickly, and it is good stuff here in Milwaukee. "40 years of STIHL Timber Sports." Hard to believe it, but boy, has it spread the word to the globe. As a matter of fact, it is a worldwide phenomenon now. Really proud of all the progress through the years, all the tremendous athletes we have seen come and go through those 4 decades. We're seeing a great crop of them here in this women's championship, women's U.S. championship, STIHL Timber Sports for 2025. And let's take it up to the stage, Dave and Dave.
All right, Milwaukee, let's hear it out there for these ladies. We got the t-shirt cannon going again. Make some noise! Dave, you sure you don't want to shoot this thing? This thing is awesome.
You're embarrassing me, Dave. You're embarrassing yourself. Hey, the production truck is saying, can we get this heat going, Dave? Let's bring them out. First heat of the single buck, Cecilia Jones versus Colin Shepard.
Heat number 1, once again, we're going to open it up with our 2 competitors from the Great Lakes region, Cecilia Jones, New York, Colin Shepard from Pennsylvania. CC Jones on stand 1, Colin Shepard on stand number 2. Set us a time to beat here. The single buck is always exciting in these championships.
And Tommy, this is one of the disciplines that's been part of the women's national championship. So the stand and block, you know, again, we're learning, we're growing, we're smashing world records.
Oh, gosh.
What an amazing show here in Milwaukee. And, you know, look for amazing cuts, whatever, in the single buck, but I don't think we're going to see these leaps and bounds. This will be more akin to what we saw in the stock saw, where we're just inching ever closer to that perfect cut.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Just by coincidence, CeCe Jones and Colin Shepard both running nearly identical saws with very similar technique. Colin Shepard a little bit aggressive, ambitious, wrapping that saw around a little bit. CeCe Jones keeping a little straight out. Now she's got a little bit of a wrap going in the middle. Look at the noodles hanging up.
CeCe had it. Well, she has got it.
She got into the small wood at the bottom there. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on a limited number of teeth and a limited amount of timber, and that is a recipe for disaster. That's where most of the hang-ups occur.
Both cuts are good.
What a performance by CeCe.
Let's get a quick word with CeCe. Cherry Valley Outdoor Games, we had a training seminar. A big shout out to Nancy Zaleski. Nancy, I know you're watching at home, for helping to put on and sponsoring that seminar. CeCe, you and I worked together in the single bucket. I pretty much walked away going, well, there's nothing she needs to work on there. You're an incredibly coachable athlete. Talk about that cut.
Thank you, Dave. I really appreciate that. And honestly, thank you to Nancy and to you and all the other coaches that were there at Cherry Valley. But I feel pretty good about that cut. I wanted a smooth run. I had a couple things in my mind, and I feel like I kind of accomplished those. So
A slight hang in the bottom. How do we correct that?
I mean, I just got to keep my pressure even, and I know I need to work on it. I'm really bad about letting the nose of my saw dip, but we're working on it, and we're getting there.
There you go. Great job. Let's give a big round of applause for Cecilia Jones.
Let's take a look right down the line here. Two synchronized Sawyers melting down through this block. You love to see long noodles discharge out of these saws. That means they are just absolutely tuned perfectly to the block. Love to see the angles stay consistent. Watch down here at the bottom, though, as we get into the small wood. According to CeCe anyways, yeah, you see that nose start to dip over. There it is. That nose dips over. It's a lot of steel hanging out the far side of that log. When that nose dips down, it hangs a raker on the far edge of that wood, and that's the hang up you see right there.
Well, CeCe Jones' time to beat from the first heat is 18.84. Colin Shepard, a 20.90, 2 seconds behind.
Second heat of the single buck. The world record holder in the standing block, Lauren Bergman versus Emily Brown.
Emily Brown going to be on stand 2 and on stand number 1. Absolutely on fire tonight. Lauren Bergman, close second place in the first discipline tonight, the stock saw, and sets a world record in the standing block.
I think she's going to be dialed in for this one. That is a massive saw. It's a massive deep plate. Some of these plates are 9 inches deep. Emily Brown on the right. She's got a big
Time to beat Cecilia Jones, 18.84.
So the weight of the plate actually does the work for you. I don't agree with it. I think, you know, if you're a technical sawyer, you're going to go faster with a lighter saw. Even a thinner gauge, with a proper delivery of the saw, you're going to have the speed. You're going to have that snap back. The thing is, all that weight is going. You got to stop it. Correction, and you know, and also after the pull, reverse or push. So all that extra weight gets up.
Watching both these ladies get set up. Bergman off of a world record run in the standing block. We just had a national record set.
Stand to your timber.
In the single buck by CeCe Jones.
2, 1, go.
There's Bergman in the near ground, Emily Brown in the far ground. Both of these competitors, exceptional single sawyers. Bergman and Brown both so powerful. Look at the technique, look at the form. If they can just keep it square, it's gonna be Brown through the bottom first, driving off perfectly. Wow. Oh, and a hang up for Bergman. Ladies and gentlemen, we may have another world record. So some attention over on Bergman on stand number 1, breaking that disc or hanging up. Look looks like it's going to be okay, but the real story on stand number 2, we'll wait for the official word from head judge Rich Hallett.
Both cuts are good.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, an official
and they're saying
world
it on
record,
this size wood
2 disciplines in a
new
row.
world record for Emily Brown.
Hey, talk about that cut. Beautiful. No hang-ups at all. I like the fact that your plate was a lighter gauge plate, a little less weight to have to control. Talk about that cut.
It felt pretty good. I followed your instructions, last time we cut together, and it felt really good, and I just tried to keep my pace, so.
And it really is important to explode off the top with confidence, but you're only getting the starter cut's only about a 10-inch starter cut, so that's only 10 inches of wood supporting that 15-pound saw, not to mention the weight of the handle. How important is it, though, to just own that, not be worried about it? Again, you just came through the bottom of the log with pure control.
I just tried to keep my cool going through it, and it's a 6'2", so it might be a little big for me, but I'm learning on it, so.
Great cut, a 6'2" saw. She did, really? 6'2". That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm hoping you got that world record. Big round of applause for Emily DeYoung Brown.
Let's have a look at this run from Emily Brown. She mentioned that saw is 6'2" long, and she is running it exceptionally well. Watch as we pan out here. That saw is almost all the way to the handle. There's a little bit more there left to give, and almost all that nose is going back in. Again, a little bit more to extend, a little more to give. That world record could melt even more. Emily Brown, exceptional run, drives through with confidence at the bottom. That earns her a new world record and our top spot so far in the single buck.
Not done by a long shot. 17.56 is that new world record from Emily Brown. Take a look at that right there. Lauren Bergman, a 20.84. Well, that's the way you cure a DQ. You just come back and set a world record.
Third heat of the single buck, Kate Witkowski and Alex Miller.
Next heat, Kate Witkowski here in Wisconsin.
I'm not sure. I don't
Alex Miller.
I just don't know if this world record is going to hold.
Tommy, you
Kate
see
was
the
winner. Yes, go ahead.
urgency that these competitors are coming out to the stage with. They are on the clock. You see the clock running right over top of their head. They have 1 minute to get out here, pick up their saw, get their starter cut set, get their footing set, get everything ready. 1 minute is not a lot of time to make all that happen. And I want to point out, too, Alex Miller, you see there, she had a small little torpedo level, a magnet level, stuck to the side of the saw plate. Getting these saws set plumb, vertical, is absolutely critical. If the saw is laid over to the side a degree or two, as it extends out the far side, it will bend and warp to the downhill side. Then as you draw the saw back in, it corrects itself in the curve and whips its way back through the cut.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Witkowski exploding off the start. Alex Miller right there as well. Alex has got to drop her head, shoulders in, a little more distance there to drive that saw in. Witkowski not waiting around. She's in the bottom third of this log, getting to the danger zone now.
Oh my goodness,
Finishes
another world
on a
record?
pole stroke.
No.
17:11 showing right now. Unofficially, we have another new world record, Tommy. Who was that guy at the start of this heat? He was like, I don't think we're going to see times drop that much.
Let's find him.
Yeah,
get him.
Yeah, get him. Throw him out of here.
Both cuts are good.
That is confirmed. New world record for Kate Witkowski.
Kate, you're on fire today. You and I did some single buck training last week. You dialed it in. You knew exactly which saw to run. You had 2 saws. You couldn't really figure it out. How did you decide which saw to run today in Milwaukee?
Yeah, well, here, after a long day competing, I know I want a saw that's just running nice and smooth and something that I can really have control over and then build up speed and build up power, and I'll put a little more weight on it, but that saw was running really smooth, so that's the one I picked.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you got through that dangerous top wood, you hit the big wood in the center, you sped up and you maintained that speed. A beautiful cut through that dicey bottom wood where it just gets smaller and smaller, and again, you're trying to control. How long is that saw?
6 foot.
That's a big 6-foot saw. A lot of women, when they started doing single buck, they were running 5.6s. Now they're all getting the confidence to run a 6 foot. Emily ran a 6 foot too. How important is that to use all the teeth on that saw in the belly, as you and I talked about?
Yeah, that's something I'm still working on, is getting the saw all the way in so that those near teeth have room to cut on the pole stroke. So it's really important to use the full saw, yeah.
Thanks, Kate. Big round of applause from Hayward, Wisconsin, your local girl, Kate Witkowski.
A beautiful look down the stage at 2 great single buck runs and 2 great athletes. Kate Witkowski, they're just a little bit of a wrap as she comes back. Isn't it amazing though? We watch a world record run and there's still room for improvement. That's what you gotta love about the sport, is that continued growth, that continued advancement, and she rips off that cut on the pole stroke. Great cut, world record. Congratulations to Kate Witkowski. I feel bad when we have a world record set and then broke in the next heat. You just don't get that time to celebrate.
Hard to take it all in. Hard to get your mind around it. Kate Witkowski, new world record, 16.80, eclipsing the record set by Emily Brown, 17.56. Unbelievable. We're only halfway through the single buck, so who knows what is yet to come out here today. It is fast and furious, that is for sure.
Oh, they said, well, let's go. We're talking about world records. We got more single bucking to do. Let's bring them out. Let's bring out Kelly Kerrigan and Kate Page.
Terry Kerrigan on log number 1. Stand number 2, Kate Page. Time to beat the world record. That's the time to beat, 16.80. Kate Witkowski.
Just a phenomenal single bucker. And running the whole saw, as does West Coast Page, 16.8. Yeah. I know Kerrigan, picture, working on it.
That number is now looming large in every competitor's head. Just smashing records today. 16.8 seconds. And there's still a stack of competitors.
Yeah.
Who could take that time down?
Oh, absolutely. Never seen anything like it.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Kate Page with a little bit of a short start. She starts in the middle of the saw, a little pole stroke. Kelly Kerrigan, I love watching her run a single buck. Look at the nose of that saw just disappear back in there. Look at the form. Look at all muscles engaged. Kelly Kerrigan is not going to have a new world record. Kate Page will not have a new world record, but what a race between 2 exceptional athletes.
Witkowski's record, holding with 2 heats remaining.
Both cuts are good.
There we go. Paige is pumped about that cut. Grabbing her saw, bringing it with her.
You can do whatever you want. You can take that saw out of the case if you want to show it to the crowd. Just don't point it my way. Kate, you are one tough athlete. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. A great single buck cut just powering the saw, no hang-ups, just a massive amount of wood. It works for you, the technique. We always talk about pulling the whole saw. You don't need to do that. You're staying in your power zone. What a great cut.
That was actually one of the better cuts I've had in a couple years, so I'm really excited in how that went. No hang-ups, was hoping for a better time, but I'm actually really happy with that.
Every year we come here and I say, Kate, I'm embarrassed to ask, where do you live now? And you said, look, I got moved. She's a wildland firefighter promoted to captain. Big round of applause.
Thank you, and thank you to all my coworkers back home out on the fire line.
There you go. One more round of applause for Kate. Kate Page. Yeah, another Kate.
Here's our replay, Dave. Look at her gaining all that breath.
Big huff and puff here at the start as she goes to attack this white pine. I gotta be honest, she talked about that time not being what she thought it should be. I feel like her and Kelly both ran the saw very well. Kate Page, though, I don't see the noodles coming out of that saw like you do out of some other saws. It may be time for a tune-up, a redo. I'm not sure, or just not the right saw for that. She ran it well. She's tremendously powerful. I would have thought that would have been a faster time as well. You can see Kate Page, she looks up to the time. I think she felt like that should have been a faster time.
Kate Page's time officially 19.06. Kelly Kerrigan behind her with a 19.56. Great race. Really, really nice race. But you're in rarefied air here. This is world record country we're in right now.
2 heats remaining, and these are 2 powerhouse athletes coming up. Let's bring them out. Samantha Graves and her training partner, Hannah Quigley.
Samantha Graves on stand 1, Hannah Quigley on stand number 2.
Won the single buck. She has it. She has a freshly filed saw from J.P. Mercier. What an opportunity to fight back for Quigley.
That's Samantha Graves. Hannah Quigley, bronze medalist last year. Needing to step up the pace a little bit here. Have a few mishaps, little missteps along the way so far in the journey today.
These two, again, compete head-to-head on a routine basis, running around the Northeast, running around the country.
Athletes ready. Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
They both know exactly where they want that saw to start. A certain number of rakers on the near side close to them, and then they just attack and explode off the top. Time elapsing, we're about 9 seconds to the middle. Look at Samantha Graves over on the left. Oh, a hang up at the bottom. Still with a hang up.
No.
Unbelievable. We may have just set another new world record with a hang-up at the bottom. These times are just unbelievable tonight. What a supreme group of athletes just showing skill here tonight.
Both cuts are good.
And that is another confirmed world record on the stage. Samantha Graves having herself a day right now. Beautiful run there in the single buck. Talk to me about that cut, Sam.
It felt great right up until the end. I think I got a little antsy to take the cookie off and just hung it up a little.
And what was that saw you were running? I saw it was a KPT. Where did that come from?
From KBT. It's a 5'10" 3-cutter. It's my favorite.
That saw is an absolute animal. You're an animal. Give it up to Sam Graves, your new world record holder in the single buck.
Well, a great look down the line. There's Samantha Graves in the near ground, Hannah Quigley in the far ground. Both, again, train together, compete against each other head-to-head. Tonight, it was just Samantha Graves' time. That saw was melting. Look at the noodles just throwing out of the far side. Just a little bit aggressive, a small hang-up at the bottom. Look, Samantha shaking her head. She's not even happy with that cut. Looks up and finds out it's a new world record.
Well, there we go. Samantha Graves, 15.58, the official time. Officially a 3rd world record here in this one single buck discipline here in the Steel Timber Sports Women's U.S. Championships.
Tommy, worth pointing out all of those PBs, all of those personal bests, and they're getting smashed, absolutely trashed out here. We've got good timber, great operators, and great equipment putting on an awesome show here tonight.
Right now, let's bring them out. East Coast, West Coast showdown from Spokane, Washington, Aaron Lavoie, and from Chadds Ford, Pennsylvania, Martha King.
All right, the two dominant figures of the last several years in these women championships. Aaron Lavoie, the defending champion on stand number 1, and Martha King, 3-time champion on stand number 2.
What do you say, Tommy? One more world record for the night?
I'd say even money, yeah.
Have you had enough?
Yeah, no, not really. I'm worried about world record inflation, though.
Yes.
You know, it's like great inflation.
Yes.
I'll take it, however.
What an amazing run from this group of competitors, and it's not over.
It's got to be a little bit intimidating to walk out there after 3 world records have already been set.
Oh, yes.
Right before you.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Martha King, very flat start, exploding off the top, and a hang-up off the top for Martha King. I don't know if that's going to dash her chances. Look at Aaron Lavoie just pistoning that saw, absolutely melting down. Tommy, I got a feeling we're going to see another one. Oh, sub-15s.
Wow.
Unreal what is going on here tonight. There's a celebration.
Both cuts are good.
Fireworks on the backdrop, confirmed new world record.
Aaron Lavoie pumped up, and you get like that. You get like that. Last weekend, Hayward, Wisconsin, you won a big title in the underhand. You walked by me, you said with a big smile, I love this shit. I did. I got permission from the boss to say that. One time, you can't say it. I want to keep my job, but the boss said, hey, you're quoting her, it's okay. What's the big smile? Talk about the emotion behind it.
Yeah, and a world record, right?
Damn right you did.
I'm right. You're stealing my lines, Dave. I got some ground to make up, so I knew I'd walk away if I won that event. It'd be a world record, and that's why I get up in the morning. So who doesn't want those? And yeah, I got some ground to make up, so I gotta go like hell.
You got a big underhand coming up. We're going to let you go, let you get ready. She won the underhand here last year, setting a world record. We're going to see if she can repeat that, Dave.
Well, and here's what's crazy. We're watching world records fall over and over and over again here tonight in the single buck. The timber's there, the athletes there, the tools are there. It's all coming together so beautifully as we watch Aaron Lavoie. But I got to talk about, we're glazing over stuff. Like Martha King, her personal best was a 25.76. She posted a 16-second run tonight. So I feel like we're seeing everyone with exceptional cuts on exceptional timber, and a lot of it's getting glossed over for the world records. Huge, huge congratulations to Aaron Lavoie, and huge congratulations to this entire field. They're just putting up blistering times, setting new benchmarks, one event after the other.
14.27 single buck world record for Aaron Lavoie. And how about Martha King in that heat as well? She finished in 3rd place, but her time of 16.02 would have been a world record 2 heats before. Just incredible. Nothing like we've ever seen before. Just incredible. Now let's look at the overall standings. What effect has all this had on the big picture here as far as the championship goes? And there it is, the 3-time champion Martha King She has been super consistent, quietly taken over the lead from Kate Witkowski. Third place now, defending champion Erin Lavoie. Followed by Graves, Bergman, Jones, and all the rest. What an incredible single buck night we have had here. Well, one more discipline remains to establish our championship for 2025. We're going to get out the axes and chop the underhand when we return. A wild and wonderful night here in Milwaukee. The STIHL Timbersports U.S. Women's Championships for 2025. We have had world record after world record after world record and more than that through the course of this evening. We are down to the final discipline of our 4-discipline regimen for the night. But this thing is far from settled. A lot of action on the way. And we'll take it down to the stage to Dave and Dave.
All right, Milwaukee, how we feeling out there tonight? Who wants a t-shirt? I can't hear you. Who wants a t-shirt? We got a couple more up here. Keep cheering. You know how it is. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Here we go. Lavoie test axes earlier, and she had one that really loved that demo block. We're going to see if that translates right now onto the stage. I am pumped to see who our new U.S. champion's going to be here tonight in Milwaukee.
Let's do it. First heat of the final event of the day. Let's bring them out. CC Jones and Colin Shepard.
We begin the underhand chop, and we start the same way we have started the other 3 disciplines with this matchup between CC Jones and Colin Shepard.
Colin Shepard, a massive threat in this underhand chop. That's smiling all day.
For both of these competitors, this is their first time again on this stage here tonight, both having exceptional nights, and I think Colin Shepard is about to put an exclamation point on her night. A great underhand cutter. I think she's been waiting for this event.
All right.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Quick, powerful delivery right off the gun for Colin Shepard, but the axe seemed like it was sticking. She may have to work back past a little bit of dry wood on the outside of this log. It seems way more free as she gets into the inside of the log. CC Jones, big, powerful hits. She is at the midpoint of that log. She's around as well. We'll see if she can reel in Colin Shepard. Excellent presentation, excellent accuracy from Colin Shepard. That one got away from her a little bit, just as I was saying it. Here she's going to drive top, then bottom. There it is, a new personal best for Colin Shepard. Cece Jones just a little bit behind her as these two competitors join us for the first time in our championship round for the STIHL Timbersports Series.
Both cuts are good.
There it is. Good cuts for these athletes.
There's that big smile from Colin Shepard. Colin, between the underhand and the standing, I would say the underhand seems to be your favorite chop. You're a beautiful standing block cutter, am I right? I love the smile though when you come off, but you are a ferocious athlete.
Ferocious, yes, that's my middle name. By far, underhand, I've become consistently better. Standing block is a lot more inconsistent for me, but I've been working on it hard. That cut right there, I think I love that time. Could have even been better. My axe was sticking and I was fumbling with the handle a couple times. I don't know why, but we'll go to the video, figure it out, do better next time.
All right, well, you're welcome to stick around to look at the replay, Colin.
Colin Shepard, this is your chop. And we'll watch as she transitions. Beautiful sidestep, pivots on one foot, opens 1 and 1, could span the axe a little more. There it is, gets down to the bottom on that one. Now she's chasing these corners, just hooking that heel into the block just a little bit. Releases that big chip of wood. Great slope, great angle, and then a couple hits get away from her in the middle of this log. She has to go back and kind of pick up some wood. Drives here towards the top. There it is, one to the bottom, breaks it cleanly.
I thought you were going to need one more hit. It came off, but a great cut. The time to beat right now. Beautiful cut.
Good time for Colin Shepard. Something to shoot for, 35.65. Cece Jones, 41.26. 5 more heats to go.
We've seen her before, and then we missed her last year. They said, okay, Colin, we need you back, and laying down a great time in the underhand.
Absolutely. All right, Dave, who do we got coming up next?
We've got Kate Page, the firefighter, versus Emily Brown.
Here we go.
Kate Page, Emily Brown in this matchup here. One more time, Kate Page. Personal best of 40.03. Looking to do better than that out here today. Going against Emily Brown, who had one of the many short-lived world records. But she was a world record holder, has been tonight already. Can't take that away from her.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
A world record in the underhand chop, 23 and change, set by Erin Lavoie last year. We've got a ways to go so far. First heat posting, Colin Shepard posting time around 35 seconds. Look at the accuracy from Kate Page on the near side here. Brown around already. Nice big open face for Brown as well. She has done all the work on the front side of that log she needs to. There it is,
one
Brown
more, that's it,
drive.
yeah.
Wow. Best time of the season, best time ever for Emily Brown. 28 and change, her unofficial time. Kate Page had to go look for those last couple of fibers. No.
Both cuts are good.
I heard the fans out there for Emily when I said she's got that dog in her start barking out there, Dave, a little bit for her, cheering her on.
Boy, you got some snaps, some timing. You know, Dale Beams, hey, I hope you're watching, Dale, from Australia, from Tasmania, and he watches athletes, and he'll say, yeah, they have their timing, but the timing is off. So from my view, your timing is dead on. The knee snap, the release of the axe, the slice through the wood.
Yeah, I've been working on underhand a lot. I have a great group of friends that come over Thursday night, and we all race each other, so racing against a couple guys really gets you motivated. So.
And does that kind of take away the nerves when you're used to racing against other athletes? When you come out on stage, it kind of can feel like another day of training just with a huge crowd.
Yeah, exactly. It's the crowd is great. You guys are awesome. But yeah, I have a great group of people behind me backing me up, and I appreciate everybody. So.
All right, big round of applause for Emily Brown.
Well, here's another look at it. That's Kate Page on the near side, Emily Brown on the far side. Both competitors doing an awesome job getting everything they can out of the front side of the log. Brown was around first. Brown had worked her way well into the back side of this log and sets herself up for a great finish. Bottom up to the top to break it. There it is, it finally broke. She knew she had to go back and punch it one more time. You really got to get that top wood cut out of this block and broken, and then you can go down and chase those last fibers at the bottom.
Well, Emily Brown, so impressive tonight. She beat the time to beat that was in front of her by 7.63 seconds, her official time, 28.02.
Closing that gap. Let's go to heat 3 in the underhand chop. Kate Witkowski versus Alex Miller.
Alex Miller's going to be on stand number 2. Kate Witkowski on stand number 1. Kate having a great night as well. Kind of on a streak from good performances carrying over from a big event last week.
Witkowski's got an axe which it is cutting. She was training the other day, testing her axes. She knew which one to use. This thing is just an incredible tool. See what happens here.
Athletes ready. Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Witkowski getting a lot of attention tonight as she has put on a clinic in several disciplines. She is cutting well in this underhand, but that axe is hanging up periodically. I can't tell if she's getting the heel hooked or he just doesn't like that block. Alex Miller, an exceptional underhand cutter, has gone to work down on the other end of the stage. She is well past halfway on that log at the top, getting a little bit out of hand in the backside of this block. Needs to settle it in and place those hits well. Witkowski has a massive back face open on the block, blew through the top, blew through the bottom. A new personal best for Kate Witkowski. Alex Miller looking for that fiber. It's right in the guts. That may have been broke. It just didn't want to drop out of it. I know Miller's not going to be happy with that cut. She is capable of a much faster time.
Witkowski unofficially taking 3 seconds off her personal best here in Timber Sports.
Both cuts are good.
Yeah! All right, we got Kate Witkowski coming off the stage right now. Took some time off of your personal best there, Kate. Talk to me about the cut on the front. Were you just trying to go a little too fast, getting the axe stuck, or what were you feeling?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think my bottom hit wasn't lined up with my top hit, and when I went to pull it up the heel on my axe, got caught on the shelf with my top hit. That's an event that I've been struggling with lately. That wasn't the cleanest cut, but that wood was great and the axe was cutting, so it is what it is.
Kate, you have had an absolutely epic night here in Milwaukee. Who out there do you want to thank?
I want to thank my family who's here, my sister, who gets me hyped, and everyone who's helped me with gear and everyone who's helped me with training. Everyone's been a really, really great help.
Absolutely. Kate Witkowski, everybody. There she is.
Well, there was a quick look at that hang up. What Kate Witkowski was saying, she thought her bottom hit was stepped outside of her top hit. Leaves a little cliff there. The heel of that axe will get hung under that cliff, and it is locked in at that point. Alex Miller around to the backside of this log. Opening hit. The first opening hit looked really good, and then things start to spray in a little bit. She's double cutting some wood, kind of lost her way. Kate Witkowski held it together a little better in the back, had that top completely gone. You could drive a truck through the top of that log, found those last fibers at the bottom and broke it off.
Personal best on this stage. Can't ask
Good underhand for Kate Witkowski, puts her in second place with a time of 33.11.
33.11 seconds. A great cut. Getting a lot of points, but we got Martha King and Erin Lavoie still to come.
We got Kelly Kerrigan and Kate Page coming up in the next heat. I'm sorry. Kelly Kerrigan and Hannah Quigley coming up in this final event, heat 4 of the underhand.
Carrie Kellyan coming in, setting up on stand number 1. Hannah Quigley, her opponent, over on stand number 2. Both of them had a few missteps tonight, maybe not their best performance so far, but they can wrap it up with a big-time cut here in the underhand.
I'm still going back to Kelly's single buck run. I felt like she had a really awesome technical run. I feel like she felt like she had a really awesome technical run and just didn't have the time to show for it. Got to put that behind her and put up an awesome underhand
ready.
cut. Again,
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
2 competitors from the Northeast region. They routinely compete against each other. Both great underhand cutters. Look at Kelly Kerrigan snap her hands together at the top, rip that axe down in and present it so well. Hannah Quigley down on the far side also doing an awesome job presenting that axe. A little bit slow on the turn for Hannah Quigley, but presenting the axe and placing it well in the backside of this log. Kelly is set up well to drive through. She's gonna have to get that bottom wood cleaned out. One more chip has got to come out. There's Kelly Kerrigan. There it is. Wisely goes back, cleans up that one chip. Hannah Quigley steps off the block, gets back up, attacks one more time. A new personal best for Kelly Kerrigan. We'd love to see that after a tough run in the single buck.
We will get a word. Kelly Kerrigan in just a moment. We're not letting her off this stage.
Both cuts are good.
From Stratford, Connecticut, Kelly Kerrigan, it's okay to smile. We got a story here. And if I can say it without crying, that's gonna be one of my biggest accomplishments. Kelly, great cut in the underhand. I love you so much. Listen, this lady's house burnt to the ground 2 weeks ago. She lost everything she owned except for her timber sports equipment. TSA barely let her out here. They threatened to keep her out here and said that she couldn't fly home. Her boyfriend Tony's been there. Your mom is out here. Honey, we love you so much. The support from the timber sports world, the GoFundMe, everyone, and you call me and you say, everyone was there. I didn't realize I had this many people in my life. Talk about it, because I can't do it anymore.
I'm not sure I could talk about it too much either. Yeah, just added, this is a really stressful competition already, and being homeless has added a whole new element to it. So, but I was happy with that underhand. The axe seemed to like the wood, so good way to end.
A great way to end. Kelly Kerrigan. Hey, this is the Guts and Glory Award. Goes to Kelly Kerrigan. Massive round of applause.
But here is one more look at that chop from Kelly Kerrigan as she snaps those hands together at the top. It activates the core. Your arms are locked out at that point. You're not swinging the axe with the arm. You are swinging that axe with your core, your big, powerful muscles, and she just draws that axe down in the block. You see the same effort from Hannah Quigley over on stand number 2. Kerrigan just absolutely destroys this underhand.
Great cut for Kelly Kerrigan there, 31.83. Tucks her into second place in between Emily Brown and Kate Witkowski there.
Fifth heat of the underhand chop. Samantha Graves and Lauren Bergman.
Breaking the record, smashing the record, annihilating it in the standing block. What an
Samantha Graves going against Lauren Bergman. Bergman on stand 2, Samantha Graves on stand 1. Lauren Bergman started the world record mania here this night, this special night. And man, it has been something to behold.
But so is Samantha Graves. Graves set the standing block record once upon a time here.
Well, Bergman needs to find a solid 10 or 11 seconds off of her current personal best. It's about 10 seconds off her personal best
Athletes
right now.
ready.
If she wants a new world record.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Both of these athletes are completely capable. That is Samantha Graves in the near ground, Lauren Bergman in the far ground. Look at the aggression, look at the presentation of the axe, the timing, the snap. Bergman around to the backside, 1-1, now chases those corners. That axe is loving that block. She's gone a little bit steep on her left side. Gotta keep that face open. Top broke, down to the guts, down to the bottom. Bergman at 26. That is a new season best, a new personal best. Won't be a new world record, about 3 seconds off that pace.
Absolutely in the mid-30s. Great cut from Samantha Graves. But Lauren Bergman, her pace is incredibly tough to hang with.
Bergman shaving a tremendous amount of time off of her former personal best time, dropping from 32 and change down to 25 and change.
Both cuts are good.
Lauren Bergman, what is going on? We got to get your single buck going. You are lethal in the chops, but you're going to be right there in the single. Talk about that underhand. You know, I did talk to some of the gentlemen last weekend in Hayward. They said, if you don't mind me, your chopping is beautiful. You just want you to extend a little more. You're a little cramped in. What do you think?
Yeah, that's very true. I compensate for that with speed. So I'm going shorter because I'm going faster, but there's always room to improve.
Well, it's like they say, know your body's mechanics. You know that the speed is just going to give you what you wanted. Maybe reaching out for more power is going to slow you down. Regardless, a great cut, a phenomenal day, a world record in the standing block. Let's give one more big round of applause for Lauren Bergman.
Well, Tommy, I feel like I have scorekeeper whiplash.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's looking at Lavoie and King, and we talked about at the start. And then Bergman comes out and punches in this world record standing block. Kind of like, geez, maybe Bergman's headed to the podium. Kate Witkowski has been putting on an absolute clinic in disciplines. I don't know which way to look. Help.
Oh, man, the depth of field is just unbelievable here. The depth of this field, not depth of field, but
yes.
The depth of this field. And it's just, it's never been more. So much equity, equality among these results here. The assault on the world records, tight competition. Here's the underhand chop. Standings right now, Lauren Bergman with that great time, 25.82. Well, she is certainly staying part of the conversation here, that is for sure. Let's take a look now at our overall points.
Yes, please.
We have one heat remaining, and there's Kate Witkowski on top. Lauren Bergman right after that. Samantha Graves in third place. Martha King and Erin Lavoie, of course, have not cut yet. Those two are coming up in our final heat of the underhand. And Erin Lavoie, our defending champion, is going to reflect a little bit on what it's been like, what that win was like last time around.
Well, looking back at the videos, I think Martha made a big mistake, and that's why I was the champion. You know, I hung in there and I did the best I could, but if you watch in the underhand, she messed up her last 2 hits and left the door open for me, and that's when I squeaked in. It was a chop of a lifetime that I had. It was, you know, world record, of course, but she made a mistake and I moved on it.
The grudge match continues, the final event of the day, the final heat of the day. Let's bring them out, an East Coast, West Coast showdown. Martha King versus Erin Lavoie.
Well, this is it, the matchup. 3 titles apiece, 3 championships apiece for these two, Martha King and Erin Lavoie. Erin, the most recent winner, defending her championship here. Martha King obviously knows how to win, knows how to perform in the clutch. And this is going to be a showdown.
And Erin Lavoie won that title last year, obviously through an exceptional all-around performance, but put an exclamation point on it with a world record in this underhand chop.
3, 2, 1, go!
Martha King, though, only a couple swings behind her. Martha King with a hang-up there on about that second or third blow of the axe. King, though, bringing pace. Couple of sticks, though. Erin Lavoie, the axe just seems freer. Around to the backside of the log and around the 13-second mark. Erin Lavoie has done a ton of work on the front of that log. She's gonna be very close to driving here. I don't know if we have another new world record. We may. Oh. 22:99. Again, that's an unofficial time. We've got to confirm that time. This is Groundhog Day all over again.
Oh my goodness.
What a way to end the night for
the
Erin
only
Lavoie.
way you could win it.
And we're going to wait officially in the 22s and look at the smile of Erin Lavoie. Not sure what happened, uncharacteristic
of Martha King. We can talk about that watching the replay. In the meantime, here's our call.
Both cuts are good.
New world
Rich Hallett
record.
says both cuts are good. Let's correct that. Your cut was phenomenal. A time never seen ever in lumberjack sports around the world. 30 countries involved. You just broke the record again, keeping it in the United States. Tell us about it.
I mean, do I have to explain it?
Yes, you do. We're keeping. You're going to be ball and chain to this deck until you talk about that cut.
This is my favorite event, and I love to end this entire event on that. And it's even more fun when Martha King's next to me, just because her and I are so back and forth and just chasing each other. So it's fun. It makes it really fun. I was feeling really good, and I got fired up. I hit that first hit, and I was just like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, sorry. I'm so sorry, but I mean, that's emphasis on, God, it felt good.
You lost your balance a little bit on that turn. Talk about the recovery.
You know, I don't think I've ever lost my balance, and usually that big windmill first hit is like my favorite hit. Lost my balance, I was worried, and I think it was the first time ever where I actually did, I don't know if you can see it, but I did glance over and I shouldn't have. I saw she wasn't turned yet, and I'm like, you're still in it. I did mess up. I shouldn't have lost my balance, shouldn't have looked over, but it just kind of gave me more fire too, though, so.
Well, on a positive note, that does give you a window to break the record again next year. Where the podium is out there, we're not going to say officially who's won. All I'm saying is you better stick around. Great cut. Round of applause from Spokane, Washington, Erin Lavoie.
Let's go back and have a look at that run from Erin Lavoie. She does kind of a hop over to the side, not the usual step twist that we see her do, and it did set her up a little bit rough. At this point, she is settled back in. She did a tremendous amount of work on the front side of that log. The axe just about blew through completely on the top. On the back side of that log, set her up to drive off cleanly. Excellent discipline to stay in that front face and get the job done.
Never seen that with Martha. In the meantime, Erin Lavoie, unofficially, we're going to wait to see if she's going to take her 4th title. We haven't even seen the calculations yet, Dave.
No, I know the points were close. We're going to have to see where Martha ended up. She got in between some people and how this shakes out. But I love the emotion there. Two champions there. Looking at that underhand
There's your time. That world record confirmed for Erin Lavoie. Pretty good timing for a world record as well, 22.72. And she takes top points in the underhand chop. So we're getting arranged and set up to have the reveal of the medalists, and we're waiting. We're waiting on that before we show you the final overall points tally.
From Chatsford, Pennsylvania, let's bring her out, Martha King. Second place, your local girl from Hayward, Wisconsin, Kate Witkowski. And your 2025 U.S. Women's National Champion, breaking the tie, taking home her 4th championship with an underhand world record from Spokane, Washington, Erin Lavoie.
Well, there it is. The tie is broken. It was 3 apiece for Martha King and Erin Lavoie, and Martha King now has 4 of those gold medals that she was just adorned with right there. What a way to finish it with a world record in the underhand chop. I mean, you just can't write it up any better than that. That is for sure. You couldn't write up a night any better than this magical night in Milwaukee. STIHL Timbersports U.S. Women's Championships. Man, what athleticism, what passion, what poise, and what great personalities to top it all off, Kevin. I don't think you could ask for more.
And I got to thank all the competitors for making our job so easy up here.
God.
I mean, what an amazing night of competition as the Steins come out here at German Fest Milwaukee. An amazing venue, an amazing night of competition.
Well, let's all raise the glass to our champion, Erin Lavoie, her 4th championship here in the Women's U.S. Championships. And raise a glass to all these terrific, all 12 competitors who really gave it their all and got some incredible, eye-popping results on this night. Let's take a final look at the final results, the overall standings. There it is. Erin Lavoie in 1st place. Kate Witkowski in 2nd place. Martha King, Lauren Bergman, Samantha Graves, Emily Brown, CeCe Jones. First time here, coming in 7th place. Hannah Quigley, Kate Page, Alex Miller, and all the rest. Alex Miller, Carrie Kelligan, and Colin Shepard. Thank you so much for being with us. I don't think you can have any complaints about what you've seen tonight. If you wanted action, if you wanted great competition, if you wanted world records, not 1 or 2, but how about a handful and a half of world records, including one to wrap it up and win the whole thing. Tremendous night in Milwaukee, and don't forget the men's championship final round. We've got 12 who have qualified through the pools over these past 2 days. And they will fight it out tomorrow here in Milwaukee starting at 2 Central Time. Catch it right here. We will see you there.